In the summer of 2025, at the Ichikawa City Zoological and Botanical Gardens in Chiba Prefecture, a tiny macaque was born. He was given a name by zookeepers that would later spread around the world, Punch. But his first days were not easy. Punch was born on either July 25th or July 26, 2025, a Japanese macaque scientifically known as Macaca fuscata. These adaptable primates are known for their intelligence and complex social lives. But shortly after birth, something unexpected happened. Punch's mother did not care for him. She showed no maternal interest, a heartbreaking reality in animal care. For reasons not fully understood, she abandoned him. In the wild, such abandonment almost always leads to tragedy. But at Ichikawa Zoo, Punch's story was just beginning. With no maternal care, the infant could not survive on his own. So, the zookeepers stepped in. They began hand-rearing him. They fed him milk from a bottle. They kept him warm. They wrapped him in soft cloth, and they watched him carefully. For a baby macaque, survival is not just physical, it is social. They depend on contact, belonging, and comforting relationships. And Punch did not have his. To the other macaques in his group, Punch was different. Even when introduced to them, he struggled to fit in. He tried to approach others, seeking warmth, grooming, or companionship, but he was rejected. Not aggressively, but definitively. Each time he reached toward another macaque, he was pushed aside, ignored, or left alone. For a young primate, this kind of social rejection is deeply troubling because in macaque societies, belonging is survival. The keepers noticed. Punch was calm, curious, intelligent, but he lacked comfort. So they introduced an unusual companion, a soft orange plush toy shaped like an orangutan from Ikea, known as jungle skog. It was not a typical enrichment item. It was not food. It was a source of tactile comfort. At first, Punch was cautious. He smelled it. He circled it. He tapped it lightly. And then he hugged it. He held it tightly in his arms, like a surrogate mother, like something familiar in a world that felt uncertain. This image of a small macaque clinging to a bright orange toy went viral around the world in early 2026. What made people pause was not the color or even the cuteness, it was the emotion. A tiny monkey seeking security in a lifeless object when companionship was hard to find. People saw in Punch something deeply human, the instinct to cling to comfort when life feels cold. With his plush companion, Punch began to behave differently. He appeared calmer, more confident. He explored more. He moved with less hesitation. The plush didn't replace social bonds, but it gave him a sense of security. For many macaques, and indeed many mammals, tactile comfort plays a real role in emotional regulation, especially in infancy. In January 2026, zookeepers made the careful attempt to integrate Punch more fully with the larger group of macaques at the zoo. There were about 60 other individuals in the troop, adults, subadults, juveniles. For a hand-reared infant like Punch, group integration can be both an opportunity and a real challenge. Some macaques accepted him, others avoided him. Sometimes he was close enough to be groomed. Sometimes he was pushed away again, and every time he felt rejected or uncertain, he went back to the comfort of his orange orangutan, which was by then referred to as Punch's Oramama. The public response was overwhelming. Visitors came not just to see an animal, but to connect with his experience. Children, adults, families, all were drawn to the image of Punch and his plush comfort toy, Oramama. His story spread not because it was dramatic, but because it felt familiar. Loneliness, rejection, the search for solace. These are experiences we all understand. Punch never took the toy for granted. He carried it. He slept with it. He used it as a source of reassurance when the world felt large. And in doing so, he reminded millions of a simple but powerful truth. Comfort matters. Belonging matters. Connection matters. Even for those we may think are very different from ourselves. His story wasn't about being perfect. It wasn't about being accepted by everyone. It was about facing rejection and finding comfort in small, beautiful ways. This is Punch, born in a zoo, separated from his mother, rejected by some of his own kind, yet loved by the world.
If you like this story, please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more.